Hello, my name's Charlie. This is my first video, and this is the soul and funk tag. So I've got a few records here, basically an excuse to share a playlist which includes some of my favourite songs really. So first off, Saturday Night record. This is Tata Vega. I got this fairly recently, and part of the reason was reading a review on Discogs that someone had left, which mentioned that Theo Parrish had played this tune, I've Got My Second Wind, at Plastic People. And so someone had said it was a bit of a moment, so I thought this is a good recommendation, and it is. It's great. So if Saturday night's going well, Sunday morning is part of the night out. And this is a record I found recently. It's the Supremes' High Energy, and the first tune, High Energy, has just got something about it. I think you could enjoy that at sort of 3 a.m, Sunday morning. Cover version. I bought this record maybe early 2000s. And it's got a cover of Fever, made famous by Peggy Lee, I think. And I've loved this ever since I've got it. If you've not heard it, I really would say check this one out. And another cover version, because I love this as well. This is one that I found last year. I bought this from the Bop Shop when I was on Shetland, Lerwick, and it's a bit of an obscure record really. It's on the Gospel Truth label, which is a subsidiary of Stax, but it's got a cover of Grandma's Hands, which is just brilliant, so definitely check that out. Car Chase, this record sprung to mind. Henry Mancini doing his versions of cop show themes. It's really good, and the one that I play constantly is Beretta's theme, which is just like big band funk, and it's just brilliant. Cool record sleeve, there you go, and it's got a cool tune on it, so that's why I've kept it. Doing It to the Bone is just a upbeat funk tune, well worth a listen. And this record was a bit of a puzzle really. I never read up about it. I didn't know much about DC LaRue. It's actually a disco concept record around a stage show musical, so it's got that sort of sound about it, but there's a big tune on it which is Indiscreet, which is really good, and it's got horns on it, so that counts. Up, this is like a 70s rock funk album, 3 white guys, so we can have this, and it's also got sort of rudimentary sort of synth sounds on it. I really like the whole thing, but the song that really gets me, I think it's the first one, Bad Stuff. So check that out. This record is brilliant. I've recently found another copy of it. It's an original on BBC Records, and it's Marty Kane, isn't it? And there's an amazing tune which is I Love the Way You Love Me. If you've never heard it, I would really give it a listen. A recommendation. I was sort of thinking, like, you need a compilation, don't you, to get someone into a genre. And so I was thinking of various compilations, and then I've bought this in the last week. So this is a 2 LP repress of the Honest John comp, which was out about 20 years ago, and I didn't realise it's actually a second and third albums in full plus a few extras, and there's not a bad song on it. So if you'd never listened to soul before, I mean, you could do a lot worse than starting there. Sampled record. I think this is really obvious. I'm assuming everybody's going to know this, but in case you don't, then just have a listen to Mellow Mellow and see if you recognise where it's from. Sweet harmonies, kind of a little bit of artistic license here. I've gone with Honeycomb, their album Sweet Replies, but there's an amazing song on it, which is You Made Me Come to You. So have a listen to that. Modern soul record. So this is Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings, and this is a record from 2010. And I actually got this signed when I went to see them. It was after that. I bought this record at the gig. They were touring another record, but I bought this one because I hadn't heard it. It's really good, obviously. And last tune of the night on the Pug Jukebox. So I'm kind of thinking you're moving on somewhere else. So it doesn't want to be a slow number. And this is Richie Havens. And it's got a pretty obvious one, which is Going Back to My Roots, which is still brilliant. And I added one, which is a song you can't get enough of. And for me, this is definitely Jackie Beaver's Trying to Get Back to You. Found this a couple of years ago, and I've been playing it constantly. It's brilliant. So there you go. Check out the playlist. Cheers.